I'm going to do the exercise from both ends of the spectrum. I'm going to start with the countries that didn't want to participate, won't participate, had nothing to do with anything to do with the Iran action. And when Trump calls them out, they say like this. First off, they're going to say, this is a defensive treaty. So if we are attacked, then we have Article 5 kicks in.
Just one thing, the defense. When's the only time that defensive action has ever been invoked? And I'm going to steal your thunder. Go ahead.
Do it.
9/11. After the attacks on the U.S. after September 11th, that is the only time Article 5 has ever in its history ever been invoked. And you know how long it took?
And yet, go ahead.
No, you go.
It gets invoked when? October 12th of 2001. So wait a minute. September 11th, October 12th. More than a month? Yeah. That's the bureaucracy that could be and is displayed by NATO from many times. The fact that nothing could be done to be more unifying or binding or, solidifying it all. No, there was in my research of all this stuff, they said that NATO didn't act because they needed to verify that this actually was an attack that came from outside the United States. But that's neither here nor there. So if I'm one of these countries now with the Iran action, I say, well, we weren't attacked. You're the one, in our view, Donald Trump, that attacked them. So we don't have any obligation under Article 5 to come save your bacon. That's one thing they'll look at. The other thing they'll look at and say is, well, even if Article 5 was invoked, if you read the language, as I mentioned before, it's very vague. We will assist the party or parties so attacked in doing such action, quote unquote, as it deems necessary. So if Article 5 is invoked and say Spain says, you know what, I think the best thing to do is to give you a nice round of applause. That's my affirmative action to
moral support. We'll give you moral support.
On the other side of the fence, from President Trump's side, he's going to say, look, the whole purpose of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization is, if you read the preamble, founded on to ensure three things in particular: to safeguard freedom, common heritage, and civilization for the peoples, so that those countries seek to promote instability and well-being, and they're resolved to unite their efforts for collective defense and for the preservation of peace and security. That last bit, the preservation of peace and security. Trump says, look, I tell you what, I've been telling you behind the scenes for the past 6 months that all of our intel has said that Iran was going to be able to have a few nuclear warheads within weeks if something wasn't done. I would think, so would say President Trump and his team, that would be cause for preservation of peace and security. We need to go in and get rid of that threat, which is going to threaten the entire world. I think it may be correct, but it's a stretch. And under the the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, I think Lou's right. The wording is so vague that it may not be applicable to this situation. And I think that while President Trump may have very good grounds to call on allies to say, look, I'm trying to help save the entire world here. That's what he's saying. I would like some help. Maybe NATO wasn't the umbrella under which that he could call upon people to come to his assistance. I'm largely with Lou on this, that I think that Trump is as much as he may want to have this shoved under the North Atlantic Treaty Organization's framework, it doesn't quite fit.